Hello, welcome to Now Academy. My name is Napoleon Wayne, and in this video, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word. Voila, I'm sure you're familiar with that name, and if you're not familiar with the name, I'm certain you're familiar with this logo. Microsoft Word must have been able to solve one problem or the other for you in terms of document. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to be talking about Microsoft Word interface first. So in order to get this video brief and informative enough, we're going to have to split the video into different parts and then talk about them one after the other. So for this video, we're going to talk about basically Microsoft Word interface and then jump into some few functions that may be very important for us to know. But before we go into that, let's have a look at the content of what we'll be seeing in the series of this video. So first we're going to talk about the meaning of Microsoft Word, and then we'll go into the launching of Microsoft Word, how to launch Microsoft Word from your system, from your PC, and then talk about the bars, the tabs, segments, and the tools. And also we're going to be talking about how to edit your document and make the best use of the tools in order to get the best of results. Also, we're going to talk about how to save your document and also talk about the general functions of Microsoft Word. So we're going to be editing this document as we go. So first, what is the meaning? What is the meaning of the term Microsoft Word? The meaning of the term Microsoft Word is Microsoft Word is a general application software used for the creating, editing, saving, and retrieving of documents containing text, images, sound, and a lot more. Go into launching of Microsoft Word. So here we are inside Microsoft Word. But first, having talked about the meaning of Microsoft Word based on our content, the next thing on the list is for us to talk about how to launch Microsoft Word. So I'll just minimize this one and show us how to launch Microsoft Word quickly. Okay, so need I say here that Microsoft Word comes readily installed on most Windows. So in most cases, you don't have to install Microsoft Word or any of the Microsoft Office again. But just in case you have to do that, you can see some of my videos that talks about the installation and the use of Microsoft Office, Microsoft 365, and other Microsoft packages. So basically, let's jump into the launching of Microsoft Word. As you can see on my screen, I'll just mouse over my Windows key on my screen or hit my Windows button on my keyboard. Now, mind the use of my words, two things. I either use the Windows button on my screen. When it's a button or a ribbon, it is on your screen. When it's a key, if I say I press, I would press or hit my Windows key. That means it's a key on my keyboard. So for me, for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to quickly mouse over my Windows button and hit my Windows button. So you get this dialog box if you're using Windows 11 just like mine. You get this dialog box with a list of softwares readily installed and readily available online for you to make use of. And just in case you don't see Microsoft Word as one of the list, one of the softwares on your own list, it's simple. Just mouse over this search bar, and the moment you start typing Word, W-O-R-D, Microsoft Word search engine optimization automatically pops Microsoft up to the top on the list. You can see there are a lot of other things that are similar or close to the term Word. So your search engine automatically brings them up. Microsoft Word is at the top because it's the most used and the most recently used. Okay, so it pops up this logo at the top to the right of my dialog box, and then to the bottom of that logo you can see some other Microsoft document I had recently used. So just double tap on this logo and then Microsoft Word comes up. Okay, so this is the first screen you see as soon as you open up Microsoft Word. So basically this is home. This is home. Now, in case we just want to do something new, we can just go ahead, mouse over this blank document and choose this one, and the Microsoft Word opens up. Or let's go to this new and see some of the things, some of the features we have. Now we have the same blank document here, and also we have a list of documents, templates here you can work with. You can see a number of things, your table, your banner calendar, horizontal calendar, big wave letterhead, a whole lot of templates you can just jump on. But professionally, I always advise that you go with blank document And as soon as you hit blank document, this comes up. Voila. Now this is the Microsoft Word interface. And like I said earlier, this video will be split into different parts in order for us to be able to deal thoroughly with each and every of the tools and make the best use of them. Now this is the Microsoft Word interface. Other tools are hidden. Until you navigate your way to them, you probably won't see them. So basically, the first thing we have on our screen right now, the first thing I want to talk about is this indicator. This indicator indicates where the next or the first text I'm going to hit on my keyboard is going to appear. Let's assume I hit M. As you can see, for M for Microsoft, it means the indicator is now moved to the right, showing the position of my next text. So if I decide to keep typing Microsoft, as you can see, the indicator keeps moving to the right, showing where the next text is going to appear. That bar we see blinking per seconds there is called text or content position indicator. Moving on, let's see what tools we have on our Microsoft Word interface. The first thing here on our Microsoft Word interface is the bar. Like I mentioned in the introduction, the first thing here is a bar. On the first bar we have it. Let's take this off. And we're going to work with this same document as we progress. So basically, we really don't have to start over in the next video. We're just going to go on and on and on from one tab to the other. But before I mention tab at all, let's see what are the things we have on our Microsoft Word interface. The first thing we have here is our Word logo. So we're going to type everything we can see. Our Word logo is the first thing we can see. So I will hit enter to take my indicator to the next line. So our Word logo is the first thing we can see. The second thing we can see there is auto save, auto save, auto save. And our auto save has a button right next to it to the right that we can toggle between on and off. The Word logo has a couple of functions underneath it, which we really don't have to talk about because most of those functions are embedded under some of the other tools here. We'll talk about those ones much later. So this is restore, move, size, minimize, maximize, and then close. You can see there are shortcut keys here, so we're just going to do all of that as soon as we get to them. So basically, our Word logo is the first thing. The second thing is our autosave. Now, our autosave works as much as Control S. So let's put the shortcut key there. Control S. That's the first shortcut key we have. Control S is the first shortcut key we have. So and what does this do? This helps to constantly save our documents as we progress. So the more we add up text, images, sounds, and other content, the advent of the unexpected, maybe there's a power outbreak, there's a disconnection somewhere, so that our document can be duly saved. The next to it is the save button, the save ribbon. Now the save ribbon looks like a diskette to the right of the on and off toggle button for auto save. So just in case this is not turned on like my own here, you can use this at intervals to make sure your document is properly saved. Next to that, we have our undo button. Our undo button is a button that undo whatever we have just done. So I haven't typed undo here. Let me quickly use the undo button for you to see what it looks like. So I'll just say undo and then it takes that undo away. Alright, so next to it is a redo button. Our redo button will do what we have just undone. So if you haven't undone anything, the redo button remains a repeat button. But you can't repeat anything without doing anything either. So basically, let's quickly use those two and see how they work. So our undo button is next, our redo button follows. Now, what does this two do? The first one here, I'll quickly type something down here for you to see. I'll type my name Naps. So I haven't typed Naps and my redo button says repeat while my undo button is undo. So I can repeat these Naps or undo the Naps. But until I undo these Naps, this button remains the same. So if I click on redo, Naps is typed again. If I undo that, my repeat button becomes redo. The function of this redo button is to do again what I have just done, while when it turns to redo is to do again what I have undone. So if I haven't undone anything, if I haven't undone anything, it ultimately won't change to redo. It will stay at repeat. So basically, when I redo it, it changes back to repeat, and then when I do something else, it stays on repeat. And when I hit on my repeat button, it repeats the same thing, whether it's good or bad. So back to the next thing. The next thing here we have is our quick print, quick print, quick print. Our quick print button is the next thing we have. So on our quick print, what does this do? It's just a button we can always use in order to quickly print something out instead of going through the right process, which we will see during what we'll talk about our file tab. Until then, I'll leave this so that we can refer back to it when the time is right. So basically, the next thing here is our quick toolbar. Now, the thing is, all of these tools from this point to the top left corner of my screen, all of these tools are called quick tools. So this bar from here to here is called quick toolbar. Quick toolbar. Don't forget, don't forget the bar itself from this left side to this right hand side. The bar itself is called title bar. Title bar. The bar is called title bar. Everything here is called title bar. All the way from this quick toolbar can be edited. The button next to the quick print button is a quick toolbar editor. We can edit the buttons that are the tools on our quick toolbar. If I hit this drop down arrow, you see there are some tools underneath here that are unchecked. So the checked ones are the ones you can see here. If I come to quick print and I uncheck it, it suddenly disappears from my quick toolbar. And then I go again and check it and it comes back. So I can choose from this list the number of tools I want to see appear on my quick toolbar. It is called quick toolbar according to the name. They are tools you often use and you don't want to keep them too far away so you can always access them easily. So after that, after our quick print button is so after the quick print button is our customize quick toolbar. So this is the button that helps us customize our quick toolbar to choose and the buttons we use most often and make our work easy. So moving on, the next bar we have there is the title bar. Title bar. The next bar we have there is the title bar. You can see Word automatically saves my document with the name document 3, being the third document I'll be opening without naming. As soon as I save this document, this name changes to the name I'll be saving it with. So, but because I want us to learn how to do that while on our file tab, I'll leave it unsaved for now. So the next thing here is our search bar. Our search bar. Our search bar is the next thing, and this bar can help you do a lot of magic. Just jump in and type print, and then you see print comes out here, and a lot of other things related to printing. So whatever you choose to, or you want to do and you can find your way around, you just come over to this point, mouse over and click in. When you see your indicator, type in whatever you want to see, or you can type in anything. You can even type in search and replace, and all other tools you think is difficult for you to find. So the next to that is the name of the user. We have the name of the user. We have user's name, the name with which this software was installed. Now next to that is our minimize button. Our minimize button. Our minimize button. So our minimize button functions as a button that takes our window off the screen. If I hit on it, it suddenly disappears. It minimizes my document, my windows totally, and takes me down straight to the desktop. If there was another window open down here, you would have seen it as soon as this is minimized, and then I go back down here and bring it back up. So that's our minimize button. Next to it is our maximize and shrink button. Now this button works in two ways. Let's see that maximize stroke Shrink button. I call this shrink button because two things it does is to reduce the size of your window to this size, and then once it's reduced to this size, you can see the window is reduced now, and this box becomes a bit bigger, telling you that clicking it will take you back to the big screen. So I really do call it maximizer, which is the reason why I really don't like calling this minimize. I like to call this escape button. I like to call this escape button because in most cases it makes you escape out of this window. So this button for me is an escape button, even if it is seen as a minimize button. So the reason for this is because this button helps you take this window off the screen totally. So it's an escape button away totally from the screen. While this one can shrink and grow, shrink or grow your windows to cover up and then to reduce the size of your window. So next to that is our close button. It's our close button, and that will be the last button we'll be talking about for today. The rest of the things we have here are the tabs bar. So I'm going to do tabs bar here. I'm going to do tabs bar. I'm going to do ribbon, which is a toolbar. I'll call this toolbar. What else do we have? We have our ruler by the side. And then we have this taskbar. This is called taskbar. That taskbar is for Microsoft Word. This is the taskbar. And I see here that they are easily mixed up because this is the taskbar for Microsoft Word, while this here is the taskbar for my Windows. So let's title this document to be Microsoft Word interface. That's the title of our video. It's the title of our class. So I'm not going to, for now, I won't be taking or effecting any change on any of this text until we get to the point where we need to make those changes so that we can learn along. But for now, this is where we're going to end this video, and in the next video we're going to talk about the tabs, each and every of the tabs, the tools under the tabs, and how we can make the best use of them. But before we go, let's quickly put on this our document. Let's add to our document how to launch Microsoft Word. So let's put launching Microsoft Word, because that was where we started from. So basically it's important that we put some of those steps there. So let's add to our document step-by-step move of launching Microsoft Word. The first thing we did was to click on our Windows button. So here we are now. We have our step-by-step move on how to launch Microsoft Word. Though our document look a bit rough right now, but as we proceed, we'll see how our document is going to turn out to be based on our sense of editing. So for now, this is going to be the end of this video. If you haven't done that yet, please like, share, and turn on the notification button to stay updated as soon as the next video is uploaded. Thank you. See you in the next video.